Ah, YouTube, it's yours truly back with another The Last of Us Part 2 video. And this will be our final video for the series. And it will be me giving my opinion on the game. So consider it like a review. A lot of people do these reviews and they actually show gameplay and stuff like that. Listen, we're bougie out here. You get nothing but the credits. And I'm showing you these credits so you can know exactly who not to hire if you're a developing game company. Because this game was absolute garbage. No, I'm kidding. A lot of people are bashing this game. And now that I completed the game, I don't think the game should get bashed. Right? Naughty Dogs is not my favorite gaming studio, but they're definitely one of my favorite ones. They definitely got my respect. Them, Rockstar, CD Projekt Red, Blizzard had it, they lost it. Anybody that follows Overwatch, you probably know. But this game got a lot of slack, and that's because this game kind of wasn't needed. You guys seen the first one or played the first one all the way through? It was a 10 out of 10. It was a masterpiece. A lot of people say one game of the year and stuff. And I'm not sure if people wanted a second one or not. It is what we ended up getting. I would have been content without getting a second one personally, right? But now that we got the second one, was it needed? We could have used it, right? I mean, if it was great, then we'd be like, yeah, that's perfect. And I think it was really good. I don't think it's as good as the first one, though. So that's a bummer. So it's kind of like an unjustified sequel. I feel like you make a second part, it has to be as good as the first one, if not better, right? Preferably even better. Because even if it's debatable, the nostalgia purposes will bring it back to the first one. People be like the first one was better and stuff. But the reason this game, I think, gets a lot of slack is because of the main character that you play for in the second half of the game, which is Abby. So this will be a spoiler review. I'm not sure if I said that disclaimer or not, but spoilers throughout the whole entire game. Well, yeah, we're doing spoilers throughout the whole entire game for the rest of this review until these credits finish. So if you want a spoiler-free one, this isn't the channel. I recommend buying the game, but not buying it, but watching somebody play it. And then, or if you got the game, you could go ahead and beat it yourself and you could come back here. But let's talk about Abby without further ado. She kills Joel. She kills one of the main players. And it's one of those things where we talk about the story, right? Because it's interesting how it led up. You got to play as Ellie for like the first 10 to 12 hours, right? After the Joel death part. And then you play as Abby. Right, so it's anticlimactic. It gets to the same point, and then it goes all the way back to Abby's beginning, and then it leads up to the ending. It's kind of anticlimactic, but if they would have showed them simultaneously getting built up, a lot of people probably wouldn't be able to play the game. Cause I'm not sure a lot of people are able to play as Abby right after they kill Joel. Right. Imagine you're Seattle Day One as Ellie for 2 hours, and then you gotta play as Abby for 2 hours right away. Right? A lot of people might not be able to do that. Even 10 hours later after the Joel thing, people still didn't want to play as her. And, excuse me. I had to burp. I tried to hold it in so you guys didn't hear it. But Abby, you play as her for 10 hours from like hour 12 to hour 22. And a lot of people are not trying to sympathize with her or see her perspective on things. And since I feel like I did that personally, I was able to actually enjoy her character a lot. But a lot of decisions for the story mode didn't make too much sense. So let's talk about the Joel death in particular. So Joel saves Abby, and Joel kills her. I mean, I'm getting all the names mixed up, right? Joel saves Abby. Abby's about to get eaten alive by infected and stuff. Joel saves her. And then they decide on where to go. Tommy gives out his name and Joel's name right away, right? And Abby, without hesitation, is like, oh yeah, we can come to my spot, whatever. And Tommy and Joel actually go with it. And they're like, yo, there's nothing else we could have did. So you're telling me if Abby wasn't there, where would y'all have gone, right? I feel like they would have took that option instead of going to where Abby's people were, right? So, what I mean by that is, people be like, well, yeah, we could go to your spot, but I'd rather go over here. I'd rather risk our life, right, and take the more treacherous route, because you're still probably going to make it. We're Joel and Tommy, right? I know it's a blizzard and all that, but like I was saying, Abby wasn't there. Where would they have gone? I feel like they had took that route instead of trusting Abby, right? But they get there, and instead of Tommy telling them Abby their names right away, maybe Tommy could have revealed it in the cabin. So maybe it seemed like Abby was actually being genuine when she offered them to come over there. But once you get there, you know that's the setup. That's why Abby offered in the first place. So maybe it seemed like, alright, Abby's actually being nice. Then she found out, whoa, this is Joel. Then like, alright, let's off, dude, right? Another interesting thing, Abby actually spares Ellie twice. And the first time I understand Ellie going after her, right? Because the first time, I'm not sure Ellie was knocked out unconscious or not. But it's 3-on-3. They're like, yo, one group is Mel, Owen, and someone else. And then versus Manny and 2 others. And they're like, one group saying we gotta kill them, right? No witnesses. The other group's like, no, just Joel, right? Abby is the swing vote. She's vote number 4 for either team. And she says, we're done here. And basically spares Ellie's life. Now, I understand Ellie getting mad and going after her. Because like, nah. That you completely messed up, right? But the second time when Abby spares her life for no reason, which I thought was cool how they make you fight. You get back to that moment, right? Where it cuts you off in the first half and you got to play 10 hours of Abby to get back to that theater moment. Where it's Abby versus Ellie. I thought that was a real cool premise, even though it didn't make too much sense. But Abby spares her life again at the end of it. You know, Ellie should have set up a trip mine as soon as she ran back behind the theater, right? She should have had a shotgun ready as soon as she ran back behind the theater. Instead, she hits Abby upside the head with a 2x4. Ellie got all her arsenal, right? She got her backpack with all these weapons and holsters and Molotov cocktails and pipe bombs and, well, not pipe bombs, but trip mines, and she has all this at her disposal. Abby doesn't even have a pistol, and Abby beats her somehow. It is what it is, I guess, but that's how that went down. Abby somehow beats her. Lev clutches up. And a lot of people got mad at Abby, her willingness to kill a pregnant woman. Is that Ellie didn't kill a pregnant woman, right? From Abby's point of view, Abby doesn't know that it was in self-defense. Abby just pulls up and she sees a dead person. Owen, her lover. Well, I don't know. That sex scene was so stupid in my opinion because it led to nothing. Maybe that sex scene would have led to like them pillow talking and Abby showing her regrets about killing Joel. Like maybe she had killed him, but I didn't have to torture the man, and like maybe she had some type of regrets to make people empathize with her more. I mean, it's just a sex scene just for the heck of it. They're like, yo, we're just gonna do this for the culture, right? I don't know why they put it in there, but Abby sees a pregnant male dead and Owen dead. So it's kind of interesting how the parallels were. Because Abby was sleeping with Owen, and then Mel was pregnant, and then Dina was a 2-for-1 special, right? Because she was sleeping with Ellie, and Dina was pregnant, right? So like her killing Dina will completely even it out, and then Lev saves her. But I was surprised Abby let Ellie live, right? I'm like, what the heck? I thought she had at least killed Ellie, and then spared the pregnant woman's life. But then the game shot ended right there. Then Ellie, for some reason, after getting her life spared twice, the first one I said doesn't count. Like, nah, that's a mistake. The second one completely spared your life, and you go back after. I don't care that Tommy somehow survived. You know, I didn't want dude to die, but he somehow survives and like guilt trips her back into pursuing Abby. I thought that was weird, but that's just talking about the story and stuff. Then at the end, I'm like, all right, we see that Abby has been tortured and stuff. So I'm like, all right, maybe Ellie's like, nah. I can't kill her. She probably went through enough. It's whatever. I'm not finna kill her. And so Ellie frees her. And then Ellie, after walking to the boats to safety, you see that Abby's carrying Lev, just like how Joel carried Ellie out of the hospital, right? So I'm like, all right, that's a nice parallel they did there. Ellie has a change of heart. And then like, nah, actually, I gotta kill you. You gotta fight. And then threatens Lev. I couldn't believe she threatened Lev when Abby, I keep getting their names messed up, refused to fight her. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what? That's not, I'm not gonna say that's not characteristic of Ellie, but it's like, that just seemed weird to me. And then they fight to the death. And then after getting her fingers bit off, she spares Abby's life. Which I'm not even sure that's humanly possible. To bite, you could probably bite somebody's fingers to the bone. But that just seems ridiculous. I don't care how many days you went without eating. Ain't nobody that hungry now. You could probably bite it to the bone, but through it, that's crazy. But she bites off two of Ellie's fingers, and Ellie still spares her. Which I'm like, after that finger bite part, I definitely have to kill you then. Like, the chances of me letting you go then is just crazy. But then Ellie couldn't play the guitar at the end. Ellie lost Dina. Ellie basically has nothing. Abby got tortured. She has nothing but Lev. They became family, which I thought was odd. That they became so close after, like, what, 3 days? Seattle Day 1, Seattle Day 2, Seattle Day 3. Then they're, like, inseparable there. And then they went on to Santa Barbara. You know, that had months and stuff later. But that's the story. Let's talk about the gameplay, right? Gameplay, phenomenal. There's moments in the game. Oh, one more thing about the story. I hated people snitching. So there's 2 people that snitched that I remember off the top of my head. Nora and King Rattler. Right? The King Rattler at the very end. They both snitched on Abby's location. When they knew they were finna die, especially Nora, I'm like, I gave a false location or no location at all. Same thing with the King Rattler. Well, maybe his was a little bit different because he had a chance to survive. It seemed very grim because Ellie didn't even put the gun down. She didn't even stop aiming at dude when he was talking. I'm like, I definitely wouldn't have told her anything. But I didn't like how they both snitched. I felt like that made the character stupid in general. How they both would do that. But let's talk about the gameplay. Right? Because I feel like I see people do these reviews. You can't give this game a 1 for sure. Now, you could give this game a 5 if you ignore all the story and you're not really thinking about the plots like that. You just get lost in the game, whatever. But a 1? You can't give this game a 1 out of 5 because I think that's the lowest grade they got. When the gameplay is phenomenal, the audio and the visuals are absolutely spectacular. There's sequences in here that are great, but horrible at the same time. Like when you first see a bloater and he's about to rip your head off and stuff, I'm like, oh my goodness, and Joel comes in and saves you. Joel's flashbacks are masterpieces. I didn't like the Owen and Abby flashbacks that much, especially when we compare the museum with Joel and Ellie versus Abby and Owen in the aquarium. There's levels to it. That museum one was a masterpiece, well did. It was great to see Ellie and Joel, all the jokes, all the information you learned about the dinosaurs and all that. Then the final moment is a great birthday, real great scene. That was great. So the flashbacks were great. What else? What are we talking about? Gameplay. You got the Rat King. One more thing about the story. Abby and Lev falling off of a sky bridge through like hundreds of feet, maybe 500 feet in the air, through a window, and then into a pool. Who wrote that? I mean, it was cool because you had to take the detour route, and you got a flamethrower and all that. You saw a whole lot of infected bloaters and stuff like that. But come on now. This game is based off of realism. And Uncharted, I can put my disbelief to the side because it's like an action-adventure game. Uncharted is like the Fast and Furious, right, of games. Like, alright, it make it outlandish. I just want to have fun, be entertained and stuff. This game is based on realism. That's where it just falls apart right there. I'm like, really? Are you kidding me? That is just absurd to me. What are the odds, really, right? But we see the Rat King and bloaters. I love how they had a new infected. It wasn't just clickers and runners, right? The bloaters, shamblers were okay. I'm like, I need something more than that. The bloaters that you fight, the 3 of them, and then the Rat King. Oh my goodness, pure masterpieces. Visuals, the animations of killing people, how gory it all is. You see the wall splatter. Oh man, it's just absolutely beautiful, man. I give it an 8 out of 10. Overall, I give it an 8 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think. So, if I had to give it a rating with the star system, I'd probably give it a 4. Because it wasn't as good as the first one. Story wasn't as flawless rather, and polished. But, it's still a decent story. Was it the ending and some plot holes and stuff like that, conveniences were cool. Well, not cool, but kind of knocks it down. But the story wasn't horrible. The way people were bashing this game, bro, I thought this game was gonna just go downhill. But I feel like you don't put yourself in that perspective of Abby and like try to empathize with her. That's where you get lost. But let me know what you guys think, man. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a comment of your guys' opinion on the game. If there's anything else you want to talk about, maybe I forgot about a moment or something, you want to know my opinion on that, let me know. Another thing, that Tommy scene. Oh my goodness. Even though I knew Tommy was there, because I remember listening to it when it was Jesse and Ellie's part on Split Decision. When I was in that moment, I didn't know it was Tommy. Did you guys know it was Tommy? Let me know. That scene was phenomenal. I'm like, bro, this sniper is a trained assassin. And then I found out it was Tommy. I'm like, that's awesome, man. I always thought it was cool. Like, that premise of being, I want to call her a villain, but she's not really a villain. Just, it'd be like the Joker fighting Batman or something, right? After the Joker just, like, massacred Robin, tortured him and stuff, being with a crowbar to death. And then you get to fight, you get to play as the Joker in a Batman game. I feel like that is awesome. That's a real unique premise. I wish more games would do that. I wish more games take this approach. That's why I feel like you can't bash these guys, because this is a innovative approach, and then we bash people, we're going to keep getting the same cliche story. So I want creativity, innovation and stuff. But that's going to conclude this video, man. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope to see you guys on the next one. Uncharted 3 coming out tomorrow.